Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is English Bulletin with me, Ashoj. The top stories first. Coronavirus cases spike across the country. Government confirms over 5,000 new cases. Dr. Govinda KC reaches understanding with government. Health authorities agree to implement the doctor's demands. Rani Pokhari to reopen for public after 5 years. NRA to inaugurate the temple before Dasai. North Korea unveils monster ICBM. Analysts believe it is the world's largest missile. And Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Chennai Super Kings by 37 runs. Chris Morris shines for Bangalore as Chennai slumps to another defeat. And now the news in detail. The government has confirmed 5,800 new cases of coronavirus during the latest round of tests. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the Kathmandu Valley alone reported 2,672 new cases. Among those cases, Kathmandu district reported 2,100 cases, followed by 369 in Lalitpur and 203 in Bhaktapur. The government had conducted 19,320 PCR tests, out of which 5,800 tested positive. The total caseload of coronavirus in the country has now climbed to 105,684, while the number of active cases stands at 30,818. Meanwhile, the ministry yesterday confirmed the deaths of 14 more people due to coronavirus. The death toll from coronavirus has now climbed to 614 across the country. So far, 74,252 persons have recovered from the disease in Nepal. The Health Ministry has warned the general public to remain cautious while celebrating festivals. The ministry stated that a maximum of 25 people will be allowed to gather for religious functions. The ministry has also urged the public not to touch the holy materials found in temples in order to avoid coronavirus from spreading. The public has also been requested to opt for electronic transaction of money. Likewise, the ministry has banned people with symptoms of fever, cough and breathing problems from attending mass assemblies. The same rule will also be applied to people above 60 years and children below 12, as well as pregnant and nursing mothers. The ministry has also requested the family members of people suffering from diabetes, cancer, heart problem, high blood pressure, kidney ailments, asthma and those who have undergone surgery not to venture out of their homes. Meanwhile, medical reform crusader Dr. Govinda KC has reached an understanding with the government regarding his demands for reforms. Dr. KC has been staging a hunger strike since the last 27 days, demanding a 6-point reform in the health education system. Government representatives and Dr. KC's team reached an agreement at 11 p.m. yesterday. The two sides have signed a new 8-point agreement. Dr. KC is scheduled to break his hunger strike today morning at 9:30 a.m. Although the new agreement has 8 points, the major agenda is the earlier 6-point demand of Dr. KC. The two new agreements are about taking the earlier agreements to the concerned agencies for implementation and breaking the hunger strike. The government had formed a talks team on Wednesday, the 24th day of Dr. KC's hunger strike, after facing widespread criticism from all quarters. Dr. KC had started his latest hunger strike from a temple in Jumla on September 14. He was later airlifted to Maharajganj-based Thiruvan Teaching Hospital. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. We continue with other national news. The meeting between Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, also the chairman of Nepal Communist Party, and another chairman, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, yet again ended without a conclusion yesterday. Chairman duo reportedly discussed about reshuffling of cabinet, constitutional and political appointments and remaining works of party unity for 3 hours but failed to reach an agreement. According to Chairman Dahal's secretariat, although both chairmen dwelled upon the strengthening organizational unity of the party, they failed to make any concrete decisions regarding the matter. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal have met repeatedly for discussing the reshuffling of cabinet since the meeting of NCP's standing committee last month. Although both chairmen have conflicting agendas, they have decided to continue the meeting sessions. Rani Pokhari, or the Queen's Pond, a historic monument in the heart of the capital, will open for public during this year's Tihar festival. The renovation and restoration of the historic monument had been accomplished by mid-September last month. The National Reconstruction Authority has prepared for the inauguration of Rani Pokhari by the head of the state before Dasai, authorities have informed. The historic pond had been left in ruins after the Gorkha earthquake of 2015. The renovation process has almost been complete. Currently, lights are being installed in Rani Pokhari. A statue of Lord Balgopaleshwar has been set up in the temple that lies in the middle of the pond. 5 pinnacles have been installed in different sides of the pond on 1st of October. The main pinnacle weighs 123 kilograms and is made up of copper. The outer side of the pinnacle has been plated with gold. Initially, the reconstruction work of Rani Pokhari had been assigned to Kathmandu Metropolitan City. However, the reconstruction project was later transferred to National Reconstruction Authority as Kathmandu Metropolitan City failed to perform any substantive work for 3 years. And now, the news from the economic front. Kulekhani hydroelectricity project will give continuity to daily production of 106 megawatts of electricity, considering the demand for electricity in festive season. Kulekhani hydropower project has decided to generate 106 megawatts of electricity daily based on the increasing demand and consumption of electricity during the festive season. The hydroelectricity project based on Makwanpur of Bagmati province has been generating 60 megawatt from Kulekhani first, 32 megawatt from Kulekhani second and 14 megawatt from the third project. The project will keep supplying daily electricity as per the directions of Nepal Electricity Authority, informed Dhirendra Chaudhary, project chief of Kulekhani First Hydropower Project. Earlier, NEA had been reducing the production of electricity, stating consumption of electricity based on weather. However, Kulekhani project has now stated electricity generation will now be regular based on its full capacity. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. North Korea displayed a gigantic new intercontinental ballistic missile yesterday that analysts believe as the biggest of its kind in the world. According to AFP, the missile was unveiled by the nuclear-armed country defying the coronavirus threat. The news agency reported that thousands of maskless troops took part in a military parade. The ICBM carried on a transporter with 11 axles rolled through the city square as leader Kim Jong-un watched from a rostrum. Several analysts described it as the largest road mobile missile anywhere, saying it was much bigger and clearly more powerful than anything in North Korea's arsenal. Nuclear negotiations between Pyongyang and Washington have been deadlocked since the collapse of Hanoi summit early last year, and the North is widely believed to have continued to develop its weapons throughout the diplomatic process. It already launched a missile with the range to reach anywhere in the continental US in 2017. Analysts suggest the new weapon could have multiple re-entry vehicle capabilities, helping it evade US defenses. President Donald Trump yesterday made his first public appearance after being hospitalized for coronavirus. According to AP, Trump defied public health guidelines to speak to a crowd of hundreds, even as the White House refused to declare that he was not contagious. Trump took off a mask moments after he emerged on the White House balcony to address the crowd on the lawn below. It was his first step back onto the public stage with just more than 3 weeks to go until Election Day. According to the news agency, Trump flouted once more the safety recommendations of his own government. And 5 days after Trump returned from a Walter Reed Medical Center, his health remained a mystery. AP further reported that the White House officials refused to reveal if he had tested negative or if he was still at risk of spreading the virus. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Chris Morris powered Royal Challengers Bangalore to a 37-run win over Chennai Super Kings during the IPL match yesterday. Chasing a tricky target of 170, Chennai Super Kings could manage only 132 runs for 8 wickets in 20 overs. Chris Morris took 3 wickets while Washington Sundar chipped in with 2 for Bangalore, reports the Times of India. Ishuru Udana and Yuvendra Chahal also managed a wicket apiece. Chennai Super Kings now have faced 5 defeats in 7 matches they have played so far. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Coronavirus cases spike across the country. Government confirms over 5,000 new cases. Dr. Govinda KC reaches understanding with government. Health authorities agreed to implement the doctor's demands. Irani Pokhari to reopen for public after 5 years. NRA to inaugurate the temple before Dasai. North Korea unveils a monster ICBM. Analysts believe it is the world's largest missile. And Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Chennai Super Kings by 37 runs. Chris Morris shines for Bangalore as Chennai slumps to another defeat. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.